UFC 265, it goes down, Houston, Texas, Saturday. This is your boy JG. Exaggeration Experience. I'll break it all down. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Like I said before, UFC 265, it goes down. Your main event now is your boy, Derek Black Beast Lewis. I don't even know if it's a black part's in there. It might just be the Beast, but I think it's Black Beast. He's facing, up-and-comer, Muay Thai background, Krill Gane. Guess what? That shit's not going the distance. I'm just going to start right there. Also on this card, though, Pedro Munoz. He had a little bounce back win going up against Rio's very own, one of my favorite fighters of ever. My man, Jose Aldo Jr. Probably not going to buy this one, but I'm going to figure it out one way or the other. Let's get right into it. All right, like I said before, main event, Krill Gane, Derek Lewis. Shout out to Amanda Nunes. She was scheduled to feast on Pena. And this is, first of all, I hope she's in good health. She got rounded up. That's never a good thing. That's serious stuff. But I want to say something. Probably best case scenario for Pena, because she was going to get fucked up. I know that's not surprising anyone, but she's going to be food. So shout out to her. Shout out to them. I'm breaking down the main event. Like I said before, it's not going to go the distance. Let's look at these two fighters. When I look at Gane, he reminds me of a bigger version of John Jones with slightly less wrestling and grappling, and slightly worse defense. By that, I mean his chin spends a lot of time up in the air. He's a big dude, a confident dude. Like I said, he comes from a Muay Thai background. I seen him smash this one dude up. I don't know his name, but he had these neon green shorts, a little fat dude. And he beat the ref in that fight. That was unacceptable. If you go check out for that highlight, he beats this dude viciously, and the dude could take some punishment. But at some point in time, you got to step in and say, hey, look, listen, there's life after this fight. And you can't be a fucking vegetable. Ref, you got to step in there and stop that. He's getting pounded out. Nah, we're not checking for that. Don't do that. Don't let him get beat up like that. But anyway, Krill Gane, he comes in with a lot of experience in the stand-up realm. Pretty lethal kicks, leg kicks to the body. He'll go upstairs on you. He's versatile in that respect. He has respectable takedowns, respectable grappling. He has some submission victories and stuff in there. But his game is to kick, punch, elbow people the fuck up. And knee. He throws some vicious knees. Flying straight knee, flying switch knee, all those great things. But who's he going up against? We know who it is. Derek Lewis. All he does is knock people out viciously. The Alexander Volkov fight always comes to mind because he lost every single second of that fight. He won no seconds until it came time to win. And he needed 1 second and punched his ass up and socked him repeatedly on the ground unnecessarily and got that victory. The thing that I don't like about this fight is, why is it for an interim belt? Why is the UFC trying to have 500 belts circulating like boxing? Like, we don't even know who real champions are. There's so many fucking belts in boxing. So UFC trying to get their boxing on with interim title this and intercontinental title like WWE and shit. Like, they got all these belts floating around that no one knows who the real champion is. Francis Ngannou just got the damn belt off Stipe Miocic. What, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, 6 months ago? And because he didn't want to do a quick turnaround, we need to have an interim champion. My suspicion is they just want Gane to have a belt because Gane looks the part. Swole as hell, kicking people, kneeing people, talking a little shit, And Derek Lewis, at the end of the day, he really deserves an opportunity because anytime he's ever lost a fight, he really kind of lost himself. Like, I've never seen him just get fucked. Oh, well, Volkov did, and then he got stopped. But he's a dangerous dude, and you can never count him out because, with that Volkov stoppage came in the last round, like, I think with less than a minute left, and he was still able to get one of those shots off and put him out of there and ground and pound him to just dust. And so it's an interesting fight. I don't know if I'm committed to picking a winner, but that's not very fun. You know what? Fuck it. The Black Beast. He'll get the job done. Gane's defense is too suspect. He's gone the distance with some guys inside the UFC who do not have the pop that Lewis has. And he might be more polished in certain areas, but it's not a far stretch. I think this is a difference in skill sets. And the Black Beast is ready to get the fake belt. And shout out to him. I'm taking the Black Beast by stoppage. Like I said before at the top, it's definitely not going the distance. Yeah, Gane has too many holes defensively. And even in fights like when he fought Junior Dos Santos, where he just kicked his leg 7,000 times and eventually stopped him. He got hit. He got touched. And Dos Santos, back in the day, he had power. He was knocking people out and knocked out Cain Velasquez and was doing his thing. But them days have come and gone. He's lost a whole bunch of this. Is the Black Beast that we're talking about. He says really inappropriate shit at the end of every fight, win, lose, or draw. And I see him wearing a belt. Now I wonder, because he got more belly meat than some of the other guys, if you get an extender for the belt when they put it around, or he'll just put it over his shoulder probably if he gets it. Gane, he's a big dude, but he don't have the belly meat problem. Shout out to Gane, keeping it in shape. Now, the only other fight that I really want to cover is this Aldo Pedro Munoz fight. Why? Because Aldo's my dude. Shout out to Aldo. And oddly enough, Munoz is ranked 8th in division. He's coming off of a victory against Jaime Rivera, who actually defeated him many fights ago. Before that, he lost 2 in a row, but then he had won 3, and he beat Gallbrand, knocked him out. He's feeling good. But he's fighting Aldo. And the interesting thing about Aldo, if you check the box rec, that's not box rec, it's not boxing, but if you go to his Wikipedia, right? His last 6 losses, do you know who they are? Max Holloway twice, right? Beast, all-time great, even at the age of 29. Alexander Volkanovski, current champion, right? We know about the Conor McGregor. And then it's Marlon Moraes in a split decision loss in a fight that he won the fight. Go watch the fight. Marlon Moraes, he won that fight. Shout out to me. And so I say all that to say that, Aldo has not lost to punks. You don't want to lose generally, but we're not talking about, he's washed. And Petr Yan, he lost to Yan. And here's my thing. If you go back and watch the Yan fight, that was a great fight. He definitely had high levels of success, going to the body, throwing combination punches and kicks. But like I said before in a previous video, fighting Yan is like fighting a brick wall with arms and legs. You just punching that shit and just waiting for stuff to happen, and it just doesn't. And it starts chopping you up. So, I don't know. Anyway, Munoz is getting stopped. Shout out to Aldo. We don't even have to go that much into that fight. I'm thinking about what's next for Aldo. Does he have another title run left in him? Considering the people in the division who have the belts, that shit kind of makes me nervous because he's already lost to 2 of them. Oh, never mind, wrong division. What does he have left? Does he have a title run in him? I don't know. The dudes at the top of either the 45 or 35 are monsters. And he's not going to 25 because he'll die. So he kills himself making 35, right? So those are my thoughts on that card. This one's kind of lackluster in my opinion. Shout out to the combatants, but this one's like cool. Like we check them. All right, it's all right. Like if someone invites me over to their crib to watch it, then I'll swing by there and watch it for a couple minutes of it and then leave. But shout out to those combatants. Shout out to UFC 265. It goes down Toyota Center, Houston, this Saturday. Your main event now, Crow Gang, Black Beast, Derek Lewis, Intercontinental title of the world. Shout out to my man Jose Aldo. Shout out to Munoz. This your boy JG. Exaggeration Experience. If you made it this far, you're definitely a real one. Do me a massive favor, like, subscribe, bell icon for notifications. We out.